Y'all know how I get down. I usually do multiple recordings in one sitting, so same shirt, same do rag, same environment. You know how it is. Um, yeah, I realize that I am just as much a victim of being so into Kagura Bachi. Everyone else is my train. You know it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. It feels good to say it. I'm not meat writing, but this is something different. I mean, like genuinely, this is something different. Kagura Bachi is like, to be honest, for me, it's like a breath of fresh air. Of course, it's not the greatest thing since Touch Grass. Like, there were always gonna be other manga that's better than it. But there's something about Kagura Bachi's storytelling and the art style that portrays what needs to be portrayed, and the narrative that are painted, the narratives that are painted in English. It's quite beautiful in my opinion. The main character and the power system alone is something that I believe has grown on me, and I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would because to me, I thought the main character's goal, or where I see the main character being at, was to have all of the swords. But part of it is I like how his character isn't inherently hindered by the swords. He could just be someone who's collecting the seven deadly sins for all we know, but he's not. And I think it breathes something into the story and the way that the swords are drawn. Like when Sojo used uh the thunder cloud gouger, when he was using that and he was floating on that group of people who were trying to jump him, that was hard. The whole thing is hard. I'm buying the manga. First volume comes out in November. We up. We up at dawn. We are going to promenade and purchase. I'm going to promenade and purchase. Let me write that down. Promenade and purchase. Anyways, getting sidetracked. Back to the topic at hand. Kagura Bachi is really shown me that there is unique ways to tell a story. Kagura Bachi doesn't remind me of anything in particular. Of course, there's inspirations that I can see a little bit, but I genuinely, and this I might be ignorant for me to say, it's coming from such an original standpoint that I truthfully appreciate. I've never, I personally have not experienced a take like this in manga. It's not doing anything crazy. The power system isn't like completely new. Like we've seen sorcery slash magic, like Jujutsu Kaisen, Hunter x Hunter with Nin. Like we've seen similarities to the current power system and what's going on, but it doesn't feel like a ripoff of anything. It doesn't feel like I've been here before. And if anything, I feel like it's fresh. The characters, now I will say some of them faces do look the same. Not a fan of that. But the way that the story is going, the foundation for the system, I think I'm okay with not knowing the ins and outs because of how creative it's been so far and its implications. We're learning about the characters alongside their abilities side by side, and I think that's an amazing way to portray a character and what they do and the power they bring. And I was thinking about it, like, why doesn't anybody think of that, to hold off and explaining your power system and provide your character with powers that coincide with each other? What are the odds? And before y'all say anything, obviously there might have been other series that have done that. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I think the Kagurabachi, the way that they do it is fresh. It feels new. It doesn't feel old or drawn out, and I appreciate the unorthodox ways the story is being drawn right now, and I like it a lot. I'm close to loving it, but I ain't gonna meet right there. But I say that to say Kagurabachi is, it's something else. I find myself whenever the weekly chapters come out, And for all of you who don't know, my top five of like manga right now, like of all time that I've ever read, number one is Chainsaw Man, two is JJK right now, but it's starting to shake a little bit. Three is it's One Piece is getting up there. One Piece is getting up there. Four and five, I don't really have a slot. I used to, but I think over time, like I think my top five has changed. So the type of manga I'm used to and the adrenaline rush that comes behind it, like I'm enamored with Kagura Bachi right now, and I'm so excited, honestly, truthfully, to see what the other swords do. And it's crazy to think that people said that this was inspired by Zoro from One Piece, and I don't remember where that came from, or if anything, where was the inspiration from? I mean, I guess he has a sword. He swings a sword. That's kind of it. But I see more inspiration from Demon Slayer than I do see Zoro from One Piece because bro's swinging swords of elemental attacks. Even though in Demon Slayer they're not really happening. It's just swordsmanship. I get it. I'm going to assume in real life Demon Slayer would be like Muchiro's little mist breathing. Like when he vanishes, I imagine he just poof, disappears instead of like smoke in a haze or whatever. It just, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But the main character, and most recently the family from the auction, Hakuri, has been it's been nice. His character, he's coming into his own, and for a while for Kagurabachi, I'm trying to see who are the regular players and the way that they're building the regular players. I'm so glad we're starting to build that up for our personal troop. That's something that I like, whether it be Dingy Power and Aki, or it be Yuji, Megami, and Nobara. Like I like to see that type of growth from characters that we will find regulars. And I hope they don't Junpei us because that's crazy. It's disrespectful. But it's really doing something. And I'm quite pleased about it. So I think everyone should check out Kagurabachi. Definitely. And I feel like from now on, I'm definitely gonna drop these chapter reviews for Kagurabachi. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to make a schedule for myself. I got a lot of things going on. No excuses. I'm gonna work hard. Keep my head down. Y'all dig it. AVG, signing off. Make sure y'all read Kagurabachi. First volume coming out in November. Y'all be easy. Peace.